Good evening, everybody. The class tonight is sponsored by Aharon and Amnon Kozinov, Le'elu Nishmat, their father, Uziel Akohen Ben Sonia Sarah. And so too, the class is donated by Mark Antar in honor of his wife Paula and his daughter-in-law Michelle. Be'ezat Hashem, Hashem should give them bracha ve'atzlacha bechol ma'aseh yedehem. Amen. Tonight's class, we want to talk about two things. One is Pesach, about the cleaning and cleaning the house, and then the halachot, the laws of Hag'alat Kelim. So we have two topics: cleaning the house for Pesach, one. Second, Hag'alat Kelim, how can you kosher your kitchen. I really recommend, ladies, there's many information tonight. It'll be much easier for you. Take a pencil or a pen and a paper and take some notes. From experience, I get more questions after the class than before. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שהכל נהיה בדברו. Before we're gonna discuss about the laws, which is asur, mutar, asur, I like to give the insight of the halachot. You know, we can be very dry. Mutar, asur, okay, it's a question of memory. Would I remember all the details? Okay, yes, no. But that's not my class tonight. I really want to focus. You know, you have a body and you have a neshama. The body is the actual actions that we do. Meaning, you clean the house, you clean your kitchen. This is the body of the holiday. But I want to get the neshama. I want to get the inside of each and every detail during when we clean the house. So, what I was trying to do tonight, first, I want to enter to our homes before we're going to enter to the halachot of Pesach. You know that our custom is when we come to a new house, we do Hanukat Bayit. What is Hanukat Bayit? You have a rabbi with 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 guests, friends, family, and you read some Mishnayot, you read some halachot, and you celebrate Hanukat Bayit. You celebrate when you come the first time to especially if it's a new house that you bought. Why? What's the idea behind when you come to a new house? You do Hanukat Bayit. What's the purpose of it? Hazal tell us that our homes, Habayit HaYehudi, the Jewish home, and this is something that I grew up, and Baruch Hashem, I'm trying to bring it to my personal house here. And that's Habayit HaYehudi hu Bet HaMikdash. Our homes is a Bet HaMikdash. And as a matter of fact, every Shabbat, if you take our Shabbat, the way we run the Shabbat at home, it's exactly like we did in the Bet HaMikdash, when we had Kohanim, when we had the Leviim, when we had all Am Yisrael living in Eretz Yisrael. The same way Am Yisrael, the Kohanim, the Leviim ran the Bet HaMikdash, so too we do every Shabbat in our homes. I want to give a little insights. Let's think about when the Kohanim would come to the Bet HaMikdash every morning to do the services in Bet HaMikdash. The way they did it, number one, they had to change their clothes. You come from your house in Yerushalayim, the Kohen Gadol, the Kohanim would come to the Bet HaMikdash, and the first thing they do, they change their clothes. This is exactly what we do. When we come to Shabbat, we change our clothes. But wait a minute. Before we change our clothes, before the Kohen changed his clothes, he went and he dipped in the mikveh. That's why men, either they go to the mikveh or they take a shower. What's behind taking a shower? Yes, I want to be clean, but remember, you're entering to the Bet HaMikdash, you're entering to do services on Shabbat. So watch this, the same way the Kohen Gadol did, we do the same thing. The Kohen Gadol, he went to the mikveh, we take a shower. After the Kohen would change his clothes, one of the most beautiful avodot work in Bet HaMikdash was that the Kohen would go and light the menorah. And this is exactly what the holy ladies, Nashim Tzadkaniyot, Imahot Shel Am Yisrael, they do every Shabbat. They go ahead and they light the menorah. The wife and the husband are one. So when she lights the Nerot Shabbat, it's the same avodah that we had in Bet HaMikdash. You light the menorah in the Bet HaMikdash. And in the Bet HaMikdash, next to the menorah, you had the Shulchan HaPanim. You had the Shulchan, the table, where you had the halot. And this is exactly what we have on the table. We have halot on Shabbat. In the Bet HaMikdash, while the Kohanim would do the services, they slaughter the korbanot, they bring a korban. At the same time, we had the Leviim would sing, Ayu Sharim. And that's Shabbat. When the father and the children around the table, they sit together and they sing, Shirei Shabbat. That's the Leviim in Bet HaMikdash. The Leviim Ayu Sharim, the Leviim would sing in Bet HaMikdash, and so too the father and the children are singing together. In the Bet HaMikdash, one of the special avodot that the Kohanim would do was ketoret. Now that Hashem Yishmor what goes on with the virus, everybody reads pituma ketoret. It's a segula to prevent, has v'shalom, any bad things to happen. So we read the ketoret. The ketoret, it was 11 spices that the Kohen would bring on a special mizbeach. It's called mizbeach hazahav. On that mizbeach, the Kohen would bring the ketoret, and the ketoret would bring a good smell. And this is what we do on Shabbat. We have the hadassim, we have the besamim. The besamim, that's the ketoret. You go to any shul in our community, on the teba where the hazan prays, there is a little bucket and a bunch of hadassim. You see everybody, after the tefillah, before they go home, they each one make beracha atzeh besamim. You have people who buy flowers, and in the flowers for Shabbat, they have also hadassim. The hadassim represents the ketoret, the spices, the good smell. And we know that the Bet HaMikdash was a kapara for Am Yisrael. Lechaper al avonotenu. You went to the Bet HaMikdash, if anybody had any avon, any sin, you went to the Bet HaMikdash and you bring korban. And the korban will do the kapara for you. So too, Hazal tell us in Masechet Shabbat, בדף ק"ט הגמרא אומרת, כל המתפלל בערב שבת ואומר ויחולו, whoever says on ערב שבת, ויחולו השמיים והארץ וכל צבאם, the Gemara says, שני מלאכי השרת, 2 angels, המלווין את האדם, they escort the person, מניחים ידיהם על ראשו, they put their hands on his head, ואומרים לו, ושר עוונך, v'chatatecha techupar. May your sin get removed, and Hashem will forgive you on your sins. Meaning, Bet HaMikdash was a kapara, so too Shabbat is a kapara. And it's an amazing to see the first thing that the men do once they come home, after they come from the shul, the first song we open our Shabbat meals is Shalom Aleichem Malachei HaSharet. Who are you talking to? You're talking to angels who walked with you to your house. So meaning, angels are coming to my house? Yes. And now we can understand why on Shabbat we say Betzetchem LeShalom Malachei HaSharet. I remember when I was a kid, I never understood why we say Betzetchem LeShalom. Just picture you're having a guest in your house and you say, Sarah, Baruch haba, Jacob, Baruch haba, Faddal, come on, let's have a nice meal. As they sat down, all right, Betzetchem LeShalom, you can go home. Isn't it nice? Is that nice? You just told them, Baruch haba, come Faddalu. You did not even start your meal. Ruh, Kish, go home. How can you say to angels, first, we sing, we say, Shalom Aleichem Malachei HaSharet, meaning, Baruch haba. And after 2 minutes, Betzetchem LeShalom Malachei HaSharet, go home. Are you kidding? I mean, are you having a guest? So what's pshat? One of the beautiful answers I once saw is, there is 2 types of malachim. There is one malach, there is one angels, one type of angels. Elu yemei hol. And then there is angels shel elu shel nikraim yemei Shabbat. When we said Shalom Aleichem, we said Shalom Aleichem to the angels who come for Shabbat. But the angels that hem shayachim to yemei hol, for them we said Betzetchem LeShalom. Now we're going to spend time with the VIP angels, the very special ones, the Shabbat ones. What I'm trying to bring out, that a Jewish home is Makom Kadosh. A Jewish home is a place where you raise your children. A Jewish home is where we give over our legacy to the next generation and our house. The house is the chain where a father, where a mother gives over to her daughter, how she one day going to raise her home, her children, how she's going to live with her husband. A father, in his house, he's raising a child and he's teaching him what kind of a Leila Seder he's going to have. How do you put tefillin? You go to shul. A house, a Jewish house, is a place where we give over what we got from our parents going back all the way to Har Sinai. This chain of 3,000 years ago, we keep the chain down. Where? In our homes. And let me tell you one thing very special. Yes, we send our children to the schools, and boy, we pay tuition. But hold on. The tuition we pay, the teachers and the rabbis who will do a great job, why when it comes to our home, there is a sign, stop. Meaning, whatever you learn in school, it's one thing, and once you come to the house, it's something else. Why? Why some people, they have this kippah you wear when you go to shul or when you go to school, but once you come to the house, the kippah is not there. Why? Is that the right message? Why we feel very comfortable, and I'm sorry to say that, to walk home not so proper? Would you walk like this outside? The answer is no. Would you walk like this in the Bet HaMikdash? No. So why ladies that wear some way, the way they carry themselves out in the house, there's a lack of. I'm not talking about tzniut only. There is a feeling. This is the house where you're raising and you raised your children and your grandchildren, Be'ezrat Hashem. This is the table that you set with your children, and you're sitting every Shabbat, and every holiday you're sitting with your grandchildren around your table. And what's the message you give your children? This is the holy Shulchan Kadosh. Our home is a place where you continue to carry Sarai Menu's legacy. Ladies, you're carrying on your shoulders the entire nation, Am Yisrael. That's not the men, it's the ladies. Men, they go to work, they barely see the kids, bichlal. You're lucky you got the virus because all the men are staying home now to help their wives. But generally speaking, men, they're not home most of the day, most of the week, and Shabbat they get tired to go to sleep. I'm talking about the mothers who carry on their shoulders the entire nation. You the ones who carry Am Yisrael. You the one who God spoke to you before the men during Matan Torah. Kotomar lebet Yaakov v'taged libnei Yisrael. HaKadosh Baruch Hu told Moshe Rabbeinu, I want to give the Torah to Am Yisrael. But before I'm going to give the Torah to Am Yisrael, go tell them. But wait, before you're going to tell, I want you to go to the ladies. Kotomar lebet Yaakov. Hashem tells Moshe Rabbeinu, go speak to the ladies first, and then to the man. Why? Because the ladies, the mothers, are the ones who are raising the children. And you're raising your children in your beautiful and holy home. Why to put your house down? There is a way how a lady walks home. There is a way how a lady prays. There is a way how a lady talks with a clean mouth. Even though when she gets angry, there is no dirty words, there is no curses. That's not a mother. You're carrying something big. You carry on your shoulder something huge. You're bringing down the neshama from heaven. And you carry 9 months, your kid. You're carrying in your stomach, in your rahim, in your womb, a child that malach learns with him. You're carrying something special. You're lucky every kid you got. Meaning, you get every kid you had. Meaning you had a malach in you that was teaching you, your son. Think about it. You're having malach in you that is teaching your son Torah. Think about it. So you're carrying something that we don't have, man. Man, we don't have it. You got to learn Torah. You have it in a way. So value yourself. The way you're going to value yourself, that's the way you're going to value your home, and that's how you're going to raise your children. Unfortunately, when a mother thinks about herself, I'm nothing. And my kids, and my husband, and my life, everything is miserable, everything is upside down. It's a wrong attitude. This is a truly wrong attitude. Every lady has to understand that you ladies have a special beracha every morning. No man has it. We say, Shalo Asani Isha. Meaning, we say to Hashem, thank you that we don't go through what women go through every month. We say thank you to Hashem that we have 613 mitzvot and Nashim are peturot. Mitzvot aseh shazman gerama, every mitzvah that has to do with time. Isha, she's peturah from tefillin and tzitzit and other mitzvot. So we say to Hashem, thank you for giving me the opportunity to serve you. But do you know what's the ladies' beracha? Baruch she'asani kirtzono. Do you know what does it mean, the meaning? What's the depth of this beracha that you say every single morning? She'asani kirtzono means, if you ask God, Ribono Shel Olam, what's your dream? Picture Hashem, what's your dream? You created the world in 6 days, right? So you have animals, you have birds, you have fish, you have the planet, you have ocean, you have desert, you have the whole world. And after 6 days, you'll ask Hashem, Ribono Shel Olam, what's your dream? Ask any little daughter, any little girl, what's your dream? She wants a marriage. She wants to be a mother. You see how she holds the doll. So that's her dream. You ask any teenager, what's your dream? She said, oh, me? She dreams about her going to her chuppah with a gown and have her friends. That's their dream. Ask a king, what's your dream? My dream, power, have a country, money. That's his dream. You ask Borei Olam, you ask God, what's your dream? Do you know what's the answer? A woman, a lady, she'asani kirtzono. You look at yourself, this is the ratzon of Hashem. You ask Hashem, what's your dream? Do you know what's my dream? I want to look at Sarah. I want to look at Rebecca. I want to look at Rahel. I want to look at you girls. And I want to see a Jewish mother, a Jewish girl. I want to see Bat Israel, Bat Melech. This is what he's looking, that's his dream. And you should answer that question. Am I fulfilling his dream? Am I HaKadosh Baruch Hu's dream? If yes, give yourself a big check and be proud of yourself. Oh, you can. Absolutely, you can be proud of yourself. But if you cannot give a check to yourself, ask yourself why. And the answer is going to be, I assume, it has to do with your house. And therefore, we have to know that before we're going to talk about Pesach and like Alat Kelim, because for some of us, Pesach is the hardest holiday. Some love Shavuot. You know why? The men go to shul and she sleeps the whole night quietly. That's one attitude. Oh yeah, I love Shavuot. I know I have some peace. Some love Purim. Oh yeah, Purim. We go to the shul. We meet with the friends. Everything is beautiful. Oh, some love Rosh Hashanah. I love blow shofar with the rabbi and the speech. I love it. And some, I love Kippur. I don't have to cook. I don't have to cook. I go to the shul and it's so nice. I don't have to cook. But ask ladies, if you take a survey and ask how many ladies they like Pesach, I don't know what's going to be. I don't know what's the answer. You're going to get 100% ladies who like the Pesach? I don't know. Do you know what's the answer? And do you know why? I got to blame the mothers. I'm sorry to say that. Everything depends how you run your house on Pesach or before Pesach. The mother becomes a cop. She becomes the cop at home, the police officer. David, don't go there. Moshe, don't move. Sarah, you ever can cook over here? Are you crazy? I just cleaned the whole house. Don't move, don't go. Not upstairs, go downstairs, go eat outside, eat on the porch. What are you doing? Hello? Wait. Is that the Pesach that you want to give over your children? At least I grew up. And I got to give a lot of credit to my parents, you blame. A lot of credit. Because the way they raised us. Number one, Pesach was a fun time. We had a music on. My mother gave each kid a mission. And we felt we were part of it. You don't tell your kid, go to the room, stay there, go outside. No, that's wrong. Remember, Pesach is the time v'higadeta lebincha. You give over what you feel in your heart about Pesach. This is what you're giving over to your next generation. And the way you're going to do it, and the way you're going to make it, and the way you're going to speak about it, that's what your children are going to carry. If you're going to be on the phone complaining to your mother, oh my gosh, I can't, oh my gosh, my kids drive me nuts, I can't anymore. The message is Pesach drives my mom crazy. If a man comes home and he tells his wife, honey, how could I help you? And he gets the kids, come on, let's do it. And the mother is very positive. Boy, this house, they're going to raise children, malachim, angels. Because Pesach is the holiday where Am Yisrael became a nation. We left Mitzrayim and we became a nation. Pesach, not Rosh Hashanah, velo Sukkot, velo Purim. So this is the time where we became a nation. As our rabbis explain us that the holidays are like a baby. A mother, she's pregnant for 9 months. She goes through difficult times in her pregnancy till the labor. And then the baby comes out. And then you have a baby. He grows. Something very unique happens to a little kid. Once they get to the age 2, 3, they always likes to count. I'm 2 years old. I'm 3. I'm 4. I'm 5. They always likes to count. And then you have bar mitzvah. And then they go on a date. And then they get married. Chuppah, Heda Yehud Sheva Berachot. Our rabbis tell us that the holidays is like a baby. Before Am Yisrael left Mitzrayim, they were slaves. That's pregnancy. That's the labor. And the holiday of Pesach is when the baby came out. This is when Am Yisrael came out of Mitzrayim. The baby came out. Pesach, I'm saying before Pesach, that's the labor seed. That's when the mother she's in labor. Tza'ar. But soon enough, the baby's going to come out. And that's Pesach. Hayeled nolad. We were born, we became a nation. And after Pesach, we count Sfirat HaOmer. We count 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 49 days. That's every kid likes to count. And then Chag HaShavuot. We receive the Torah. That's bar mitzvah. And then as you grow, what happens? 19, 20, 22, 23, you go on a date. That's the summertime. Chodesh Elul. You don't want to go on a date. You know what happens? You go to sleep very late. That's Aliyot. You wake up early. You know why? It's still dark. It represents the dates. And what's Rosh Hashanah? HaMelech. HaMelech HaKadosh. HaMelech HaMishpat. Meaning we accept Hashem's Malchut. And that's when the girl tells the boy, yes, I'm willing to marry you. And always and ask any couple in the world, between the engagement to the wedding, there is always issues. Whether it's the hall, or the mother-in-law, or the in-laws, or anybody, there's always a story. And then you gotta, forgive them. That's Yom Kippur. Yom Kippur is the Slicha V'Kapara, and then comes the wedding. The wedding, that's Chag HaSukkot. You have the Sukkah, you have the Chuppah. You have the Chuppah, that's the wedding. And how many days do you have Sheva Berachot? 7 days. That's exactly Sheva Berachot under the Chuppah. And the best and the most beautiful moment is when the couple, after the Chuppah, they go to the Heda Yehud. This room, after the date, that's the first time they can touch each other. Bekedusha u'betahara. And this is Hatorah. We take the Sefer Torah and we hug the Sefer Torah. So the holidays, it's a letter how a kid, a baby, becomes an adult and becomes a father. It becomes a husband. But Pesach is the time when we became a nation. And this is us. And this is our house. And this is our homes. We're turning our homes to a place of Kedusha, of Tahara. You're raising children. Your bedroom is Kodesh Kodashim. The bed of a husband and his wife. The bed of the couple. This is the Keruvim. Inside of Kodesh HaKodashim. Over there, you're bringing the Shamot down to the world after the lady, the wife, the mother goes to the mikvah. And the live Kedusha u'betahara. Your bedroom is Kodesh HaKodashim. Appreciate what you have. Understand the meaning. What you're carrying on your shoulders. So a Beit Kadosh, where you're raising children, and you have guests, and you have Kibbud Av V'em going out 24/7. In such a house, I'm entering now. To people who are raising children, and they send their kids to yeshivot, those people, I'm talking now to them about Pesach. And let me start. So we clean our house. But ladies, I want to take you to the Bet HaMikdash for one moment. Why do we clean our house? So you have some ladies, they're very, very OC. Everything has to be clean. Some, it's okay. Some, it's upside down. Dora Mabul, Akol, Afuch, a flood. Okay, each one has his own way how she cleans her house. But let me tell you one thing. I want to go to Bet HaMikdash for 1 minute. If you open this week's parasha, Parashat Tzav, in our parasha, one of the special avodot that the Kohanim had in Bet HaMikdash was, it's called in the Torah, Terumat HaDeshen. What is Terumat HaDeshen? Terumat HaDeshen is, it was in the Bet HaMikdash, it was Mizbeach. Mizbeach was a place where you bring the korbanot. You slaughter the korban on the floor, and then after you clean the korban and you slaughter it, and you have it in pieces, you take the pieces of the korban and you burn it on the mizbeach. I have a picture so you could all get it. This is the picture of the mizbeach, if you could all see. And as you see over here, this is the mizbeach. And you see the kohanim on top of the mizbeach. Here, and this part was where they burn the korban. This place. This is the ramp. This is the ramp, and here the kohen would burn the korban. After you burn the korban, you're left with ashes. It's garbage, basically. What do you do with the garbage? The Torah tells us that the kohanim would fight over who's going to get this job. Why? Who's going to clean the mizbeach? They had to do a raffle. Lucky is the kohen who gets this job. And every morning, as they come to the Bet HaMikdash, he would take a shovel and he would pick up the ashes of the mizbeach and he would go down the ramp. They had a place. Here is another picture that I have for you. This is a picture where you see the kohen is holding a shovel, and next to him on the floor, right over here, you see a hole. This place is called Terumat HaDeshen. A miracle happened. The kohen would come with the shovel. He would take the ashes and he would put it over there on this tile, and a miracle happened. All of a sudden, everything would just get swallowed, and nothing was there. Every single morning was a nes for 400 years. Ladies, in Bet HaMikdash we learn that Bet HaMikdash has to be clean. So you have to know that Bet HaMikdash, it's not only to pray to have children and to have a good marriage. Part of Avodat Bet HaMikdash every single day was, you got to make sure to have Bet HaMikdash clean. Your house is clean. This is Bet HaMikdash. What you're doing now for Pesach, you are cleaning Bet HaMikdash. And in Bet HaMikdash you had Kohanim that they were lucky they had a raffle every single morning, because your house has to be clean. Your house is Bet HaMikdash. That's the mindset. That's the attitude that every mother should have. I want to clean, because some is cleaning. Oh my gosh, where's the Chadameh? Where's the Chadameh? Isabella is here. How come she's not here? Yeah, she's not here today. So what's going to do? So what's going to happen? Oh my gosh, crisis. Marriage crisis. What happened? She doesn't have a Chadameh. She doesn't have someone to clean the house. So you don't have the Chadameh. Well, Makara. Ason. What happened? She doesn't have a Chadameh. Here we go. If you don't have Chadameh because of what's going on, because of the virus, appreciate it. I'm not saying it's easy, but at least understand that Bet HaMikdash, one of the special avodot, it was cleaning the mizbeach. You're cleaning the table in your kitchen. You're cleaning the mizbeach. Yes, you are cleaning Bet HaMikdash. And I want to add another piece. Be very organized. Why? Not because I grew up being very organized. No. Because in Bet HaMikdash, they were very, very, very organized. And I want to teach something. Let's travel a minute to Yom Kippur. Allow me to take you back to Yom Kippur. Yom Kippur, the Kohen Gadol, he would do one of the most dangerous avodot and the most beautiful and holy avodot. The Kohen Gadol, he was allowed to enter the Kodesh HaKadoshim once a year. Once. No one is allowed to enter to this place. Even not angels. Afilu malachim lo yacholim likanes. Angels have no permission to go there. And watch this. Mazim Bet HaMikdash. Look, Eretz Israel is the most holy country in the world. Yerushalayim is the most holy city. Bet HaMikdash is the most holy house. Kodesh HaKodashim is the most holiest place on earth. And the most holiest day in the year is Yom Kippur. And the holiest man is the Kohen Gadol. Speaking about the holiest place, Kodesh HaKodashim. The holiest day, Yom Kippur. The holiest man, Kohen Gadol. Put it all together, he's allowed to enter to Kodesh HaKodashim once a year. What exactly he does there? He brings ketoret. He takes the shovel. And he takes the calf, the spoon, with the ketoret. And inside Kodesh HaKodashim, he brings the ketoret. And after he puts the ketoret, the room fills with smoke. And he leaves the room. And behind the curtain, behind the Echal, he prays for Am Yisrael. And then he has to keep going, he has to keep doing the whole avodat of Yom Kippurim. And the last avodah of Yom Kippur, right before Yom Kippur is over, right before Yom Kippur is over, he has to change and needs to go in, take out the empty shovel and bring it out. And our rabbis ask, why? Leave it there. And when no one sees, you don't have any guests come over that you have to clean the house. No one sees anyway. So why the Kohen Gadol has to go in and take out the shovel? And the message is, Bet HaMikdash has to be organized. Dear ladies, you have to know, if you're cleaning your house for Pesach, it's not, I gotta clean. If you gotta have your closet organized, it's not because, I like it. Yes, you can. But if you're gonna add to your mind, this is Makom Shechina, it's gonna do it, you're gonna do it much better. You're gonna do it with your heart. And ladies, you know how to do the mitzvot from the heart better than the man. You know to do the mitzvot from the heart better than any man. It's in your nature. With this, I could start talking about cleaning for Pesach. Now we're ready. You ready? Now we're ready. Okay, so now, let me speak about Hilchot Pesach. Number 1, in the Torah it says, 2 isurim. We cannot eat hametz on Pesach, and then even a crumb, asur lechol hametz Pesach. And then there is another isur. It says in the Torah, bal yira'eh ubal yimatzeh. Once again, bal yira'eh ubal yimatzeh. What does it mean, bal yira'eh ubal yimatzeh? Meaning, no hametz is allowed to be in your property. So, you have isur, you cannot eat hametz. That's one isur. And one isur, even though I don't eat hametz, you cannot have any hametz in your house. It has to be clean. Therefore, the reason why we clean our pots, because we cannot have any hametz. And it's because we cannot have any hametz. Second is why we clean the house, because we cannot have hametz in our property. So this is the main two laws that you got to keep in your mind. I cannot eat hametz. That's why I'm cleaning the pots, because it has hametz, balua, sucked in the pots. So if I want to cook something on Pesach, I got to make sure no hametz is in it. That's why we kosher our pots. And the reason why we clean our house, because we cannot have hametz in our property. Once you know these two rules, let's go ahead. Since I cannot have hametz in my house, so that's why I have to clean my house so I don't have hametz. Therefore, let me tell you what don't you have to clean. Everything you have to clean and clean. Today we're going to learn you don't have to clean A, B, C, D. What don't you have to clean? Number one, in this year, especially parents who are, their kids, Baruch Hashem, are married, and the kids are not going to do it together with the parents, and you have 5 bedrooms, and you have another floor downstairs, there is no point to clean all the 5 bedrooms. You don't have to. Lock the door, put aside hametz. You don't have to clean the entire rooms over there. You don't need to. Just put up sign, hametz, you're good to go. You don't have to clean the bedrooms where your kids, usually they come with the kids and you're not going to use it anyway. Just lock the room and it's 100% kosher lePesach. Second, rooms that usually you don't work with the hametz. Let's say you have an office. Let's say you have an office in your house and you don't come with the hametz to your room, even though you might have a coffee, that's okay. You don't have to clean the room. You don't have to clean. It's not that you're coming and you're having your sandwich every day, every morning, and lunch and dinner. You work in your office. If you work in your office, you don't have to clean it. You're good to go. You're absolutely good to go. Unless you have an office and your kids come there, they come to the office, to your office with a super snack and a sandwich, then you have to clean. But generally speaking, you don't have to clean at all. Third, if you have books that you usually read, you don't have to clean your books. The only thing that I do recommend is Birkat HaMazon. You're using Birchonim on Shabbat, and most of them have some crumbs. You have 2 options. Take it, close it, put it away, and you can use Birkat HaMazon from the Agadah of Pesach. Or, if you want to clean, just clean the Birchonim, just take a little wet cloth, clean it, and you're good to go. Other than that, you don't have to clean neither your books, and also not the Birchonim. Parents, young couples who have children, and they have toys. Oh boy, their toys are full with crumbs, cookies, and bagels, and you name it, all the good stuff. To clean each toy, we don't want to do that, right? So let's do simple. Let's do very simple. You have option number 1. Take all the toys, put it in a 1, 2, 3 box, put a tape, write hametz, but kids have to play, right? So you have 2 options. Either just order online new toys and give them on Leila Seder. Joe, wow, you said ma nishtana, so nice. Look what daddy got you. Rebecca, you said so nice that ma nishtana, you're going to get a beautiful, beautiful toy. Look what mom got you. So make Leila Seder very excited and make less work for yourself. So option 1 is just take all the toys, put it in one room, lock it, and you're good to go. You don't have to clean. Or order online, couple toys, and make them happy. I recommend do the option number 1. Just get the toys, new toys, make them special. Unless you can't, so just take 3, 4, 5, 6 toys that most of the time they use the toys. Just clean it and make sure that there's no hametz, no crumbs, no bamba velo brisli. Continue. Bוא נמשיך הלאה. One of the problems is that kids, they like to carry in their pockets good stuff. Candies, Tengi Taffy, and a lot of treasures. especially in their knapsacks. So, since we have the winter clothes and we have the summer clothes, now it's not the summer, it's winter. What you got to do is just close the summer clothes and you don't have to clean. But their pants or jackets or coats, you got to clean their pockets because they have a lot of good stuff. Remember, we just finished Purim and they still have Mishloach Manot in their pockets. So just make sure to clean their pockets. A laundry room. No one eats their bagels. You don't have to clean your laundry rooms. Garbage cans, especially the ones outside, you don't have to clean. It's garbage for a reason. You don't have to clean. A broom, either you buy a new one or just take it like this. And that's it. Just wipe it like this. There's no even hametz over there, so you don't even have to get a new one. So far, life is beautiful, is nice. You don't have to clean. You don't have to go nuts. And ladies, you have to know the halakha says you have to clean your house from hametz, not dust. Dust is not hametz. So now, ladies like to clean their house to make it nice. How about this? This year, just take a break. You want to clean your house because there is dust? June, July, you have plenty of time. Instead of going to deal, you can clean your house now. Then. But for now, just relax. Come home, come to Leila Seder, happy, awake, not exhausted. You got to remember, ze hametz, lo avak. So all you got to do is to make sure you have no hametz, no pieces of bagels or no pieces of mezonot. But dust, do it next time, a different time. Come home, you can do your own house in a couple hours and you're good to go. The main thing that you do have to clean, and I want to focus on things that you do have to clean, and that's the kitchen. Before I'm going to go to the kitchen, main thing is bathroom. I don't know why ladies still like to get stuck in the bathroom and start to clean everything under. All the cabinets. There is no hametz. No one eats in the bathroom. Life is so simple. Just close it if you have anything. Just put up with something. Everything is clean. Especially if you have a chadam every week. So what do you have to go clean the bathroom for also? There's no hametz. No one eats pizza there. So just relax. Life is it's very easy. Now, the main job is the kitchen, the dining room. These are the main two rooms that you have to work on. Most of the house upstairs, you don't have to unless you have kids who really come with bread upstairs. Other than that, you don't have to. The basement, unless you have kids who comes with their friends and have bagels there, fine, you clean it, but you don't have to go and dig, the boiler room. Come on. I get so many questions about things that it's not even, it's not real. You don't have to. The real places where you do have to focus is the kitchen, dining room, and the dining room where you eat. So let me go to the kitchen. Obviously, you got to clean the kitchen. So we know that. Let's go now to the den. Sofa, couch. If you have a couch, you got to make sure to clean, pick it up, where you have the pillows on the side. There, you can find some jewelry, that you might lost or your friends. There is many treasures, avedot, happening before Pesach. It's lost and found by Pesach time. So there, the couches you got to move and you have to clean because most of the time you do find hametz there. Next, table. If you have a tablecloth, you don't have to do nothing. It's kosher. A table that most of the time you have a tablecloth, you don't have to kosher the table. Unless you eat direct on the table. Let me give you a simple advice. Why to go crazy? Just put a plastic over it the whole Pesach and you don't have to clean the table. You don't have to clean the table. If you do want to clean the table and you don't want to have anything on the top, no plastic or no tablecloth, if it's glass, you don't have to clean it. זכוכית לא בולע ולא פולט. It doesn't suck anything and nothing comes out. So if you have a glass table, you don't have to clean. If you have a table that it's wood and you want to clean, if most of the year when you serve dishes, you serve the dishes direct on your table, and you take the pot, direct pot, that you know, from the stove, direct, and you put it on the table, then I would tell you you have to take hot water and pour on your table. If you don't do that, you do not have to pour anything on your table. You're good to go. So give a check on the list. Table, you're good to go. Let's talk about oven. Speaking about oven, microwave, stove, dishwasher, all these 4 things that I just mentioned, before you kosher them, you gotta wait 24 hours. Once again, before you kosher anything, you just gotta make sure to wait 24 hours. So this Shabbat is the last Shabbat that we're gonna use our oven before Pesach, right? So what you gotta do is, if you're, let's say Friday, you used your oven, you wait 24 hours because you did not use your oven for Shabbat. And what you got to do is, you have a whole Shabbat, 24 hours, you did not use your oven. Motzei Shabbat, you're good to go, you can already kosher your oven. How do you kosher your oven? So, as we just mentioned, step 1, I did not use the oven for 24 hours. Step 2, make sure that there is no crumbs of bread. Step 3, you turn on the gas, the oven to the max, leave it for 1 hour, and your oven is kasher lePesach, and it's parv. It's not meat and it's not dairy. We good? Next, you want to kosher your microwave. The same thing, you wait 24 hours. After 24 hours, what you got to do is, can I get a cup? Is there an empty cup? Give me a plastic one. Yeah? Give me a plastic cup and also a soap that you use for the dishes. Okay, we're going to learn very practical how to do simple things. Microwave, so once again, you're going to, 24 hours you're not going to use, clean the glass that you have where you're going to put your karina. Thank you. And now, just going to mitzvot. After, you'll take a cup, you'll put water in water. You take this, you pour a little bit. Why? So the water becomes pagum. Okay? You're going to turn on the microwave for 3 minutes, 5 minutes the max. Okay? And now, the microwave is kasher lePesach. You got to make sure there is on the top crumbs. Top, by the door, on the top, in between, by the glass. Those crumbs you got to clean, no crumbs there. But we got to make sure that the oven inside is kasher. You put water, you put a little soap in it, let it go for 3-5 minutes, and it's done. I also recommend, since where the cup was, this spot here was covered. If you want to do the best way, do it again and move the cup, because this spot was covered with the cup. You don't have to, but if you want to mahmir, that's the best way to do it. And you're good to go. You're good. Let's talk about a dishwasher. The same thing, dishwasher, you do not, before the dishwasher, if you want to use after you kosher your microwave on Pesach now, if you want to use the microwave on Pesach, you got to make sure, you got to cover the food that you're going to use. I want to be very, very clear. If you want to use that on Pesach, whatever food you're going to put, you got to make sure to cover the food. That's the only way that you'll be able to use the microwave on Pesach. Next, let's talk about dishwasher. Dishwasher, again, you don't use it for 24 hours, and then you turn it on, do self-cleaning, make sure to put a soap in it, like you do, make believe you have dishes, but it doesn't have dishes, it's empty. Put soap, let it go for self-cleaning, and this is kosher for Pesach. Let's talk about fridge. Fridge, very simple. Take out everything, just take a little cloth, smaltut with little water, cold water, you rub everything and it's kosher. But by the door, you all know, you have by the door where you have little crumbs there. Take a toothpick or something and clean it so no crumbs, has v'shalom, is going to fall into any of our food on Pesach. Because on Pesach, even a little crumb is so hametz. So you got to make sure by the doors over there you have a lot of hametz. All the cabinets, simple. You have 6, 7, 10 cabinets. If you don't use them, you don't have to go nuts. Just put a tape, hametz, close it, and that's it. Why do you have to take all the dishes out and in? You don't have to. Just leave 2 or 3 cabinets and it's good. Yeah, we're going to go to this stuff in a minute. Legabe pan, right? Fried pan. This one, there is no way to kosher this for Pesach. So just take this, put it away. Fried pan, no way you could kosher this one, because the way you're going to kosher this, you're going to burn it, you're going to ruin it. So this, either you buy it's either you buy new one for Pesach or just put it away. There's no way to kosher this. To kosher stove, very simple. You clean the top and where you put the barzelim, it's called in Hebrew the hatzuvot, where you put the burners. The way to clean it, again, you wait 24 hours and then you turn on the gas for 30 minutes up to an hour and it's kosher. You want to be mahmir, just put a silver foil on top and that's how you're going to use it on Pesach. Once again,
Do you put it in the oven? Take the burners off and put it in the oven?
You don't have to put it in the oven. No, you do not have to put it in the oven. You can, but you don't have to. Just turn the gas and just give it for 30 minutes, an hour max, and it's kosher. If you want to if you want to do something extra, put the silver foil on top, and you're good. Now, let's talk about Hagalat Kelim, because this year there is many Hagalat Kelim going on in the houses, because outside there is no Hagalat Kelim going on. So let me explain. Here I have pots. Let me tell you how you can kosher your entire kitchen without going nowhere. It's not going to take you more than 20 minutes. 20, 30 minutes. You could kosher your entire kitchen without buying even new dishes for Pesach. So this is, let's say this is the pot that I want to use for Hagalat Kelim. What you got to do is, this could be even meat. We're going to kosher it in a second. You fill it up, water up to here. Make sure this is clean. There is no any hametz over here. There is no hametz also here. You got to clean also this, places over here, and also over here, here, and also here. Make sure that the pot is clean. After the pot is clean, you're going to fill it up with water up to here. You're going to turn on the gas. Let the water boil. When the water gets hot and it boils and the water reaches up to here, now this pot becomes kosher. You just did the hag'ala to this pot. Be'emet, you should, for you to kosher the pots, you have to do it for every pot. But you don't have to do every pot. This pot is already kosher. What you got to do now, I have this pot, which this one is hametz. Ma'osim. let the gas be still on. Let the gas stay on, so the water always, it's hot, it's boiling. You take this and you dip it in, 2 seconds, take it out, and it's always good to have, either you can turn your sink, or you can have the water run down, or just have a, like a bowl, take it, and after you put this in a cold water. So remember, you wait 24 hours, step 1. Step 2, you take it and you dip it in the big pot. You leave it for 2 seconds, you take it out, and then you put this in a cold water, Kosher lePesach. So too, if you have forks, knives, you can take them in a bunch. You don't have to take each one separate. You can take a bunch, put them inside the water, and then pick them up, and you're good to go. Remember, after you did like Allah, you put it in a cold water, and then everything is okay. If the pot is very big, and you cannot fit the entire pot inside, very simple. You don't have to dip the entire pot. You do a half, and then what do? You turn it, and you dip the other side inside, and absolutely the pot is kasher lemehadrin lePesach. Toaster, don't even bother. Take it, put it on the side, don't try even to kosher it. Legabel the sink, if you have in your house a plastic sink for Pesach, you don't have to clean your sink. If you don't have the plastic sink for Pesach, you know what I'm talking about, right? You can, they have.
Insert.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Insert.
Insert. The insert, yes. If you have the plastic one and you put it inside, you don't have to kosher your sink. If you don't have and you want to kosher your sink, very simple. You boil hot water. You take the water and you pour on the sink, and it's kosher lePesach. Also, if you want to kosher your counters, so 2 ways. Either just put a silver foil and you don't have to kosher your counters. If you want to kosher without having the silver foil on top, you take hot water and you pour the water on top of your cabinet, and this is kasher lePesach. However, remember, you always have to wait 24 hours. The best thing is you have. So let me tell you. So you have 3 options how to kosher your counters. One is wait 24 hours and pour hot water. That's one way. Second way, if you want to use, some are afraid that they don't want to ruin their cabinets. Their counters. So the best way to do is you take cold water with some soap, put on it, and you're good to go. If you are afraid to ruin your counters, or just put a silver foil, and then you're good to go. Any glass cups, anything that has to do with glass, you don't have to kosher. Once again, I get a lot of questions. You don't have to kosher any glass. Kiddush cup for Shabbat, you don't have to kosher it. It's kasher. Bottle that you give to your babies. Bottles that you give to your babies, the way to kosher it, you take hot water and you put it inside, and also the cap also. You got to make sure to pour hot water. Car, don't go nuts. Just take a vacuum, clean it, and it's good. If there is no actual mezonot, and it's little crumbs, we don't eat from the floor. So dust, zero hametz. You clean the whole car, 5-10 minutes, and you're good to go. Everything is beautiful. Everything is kosher. One more thing. Since the mikvaot for kelim, and I want to explain, there is tvilat kelim and there is hag'alat kelim, and let's not mix it. There is tvilat kelim and hag'alat kelim. What's the difference between these two? If you buy a new pot from a goy, from a company who did the pots, you have to dip it. זה לא שזה חמץ. זה לא שזה טרף. It's any pots, any vessels that goy, any company, Italy, China, whatever it is, they made any type of a vessel. It's called tum'at goy. So for me to use this is clean, this is brand new, and I want to use it. Mani also, I take it, I dip it in the mikveh. What happens now? It came out from tum'at goy to kedushat Yehudi. That's tvilat kelim, and tvilat kelim has to do only with the new pots. If you have a pot that it's taref, meaning basar halav or hametz, dipping in a mikveh is not going to do anything. It's still asur. For that you have to have hag'alat kelim. Hag'alat kelim means to kosher something that it's asur and to make it mutar. And tvilat kelim, it's only if you have new pots. You have to take it and you have to dip it in the mikveh. Due to what goes on now, and they did shut the tvilat kelim. Or you know what? Even if it's open, I don't want to take a risk. What should we do this year with tvilat kelim? So I have a couple ideas. One, make a trip. Take your kids and take them to the beach right over here. Go to the ocean. Make it fun. Go to the lake. Go to a river. Make it fun. Take a couple pots, tell your wife, stay home, I'll take it. And you should tell your husbands that Rabbi Admoni said yes, they should go, 100%. If any shalom bayit, you can call me. I'll call Panim. What you should do is tell the husband to take the entire family. They should leave you at home alone for an hour or two. Take the kids for a trip. Take the vessels. Dip it in the ocean here on Coney. Go to anywhere here. You have enough water to dip all your, all the kelim. This is one way to kosher this year if you don't want to go to tvilat kelim. People who have in their backyard pool, this is absolutely lo kasher. It's not a mikveh. It's not a mikveh. I got questions about, Rabbi, I have a pool in my backyard. Can I dip in the mikveh because there is drops of rain there? I said, absolutely no. Zelo mikveh, it's called a swimming pool for a reason. Zelo mikveh. So too, you don't dip kelim if you have a pool or anything like that. You have to go and dip your kelim in the ocean, a river, or a lake. Another idea is, if you can, there is a loophole. And let me give you something. There is a loophole in the halakha. I mean, it's not a loophole, it's a halakha. You can give your kli b'matana to a goy. Let's say you have a chadame. Let's say you have a neighbor who is a goy. Okay, you have Mr. Chris. Your goy neighbor is a Chris, his name is Mr. Chris. Tell Chris, let me give you this pot, b'matana, a gift. Oh wow, thank you so much. After a minute, Chris, can I borrow it? Yeah, take it. The minute you borrow from a goy, so you don't own it. Since you don't own it, you could use it. But remember, this is going to help you until the virus is over. Once the virus is over, you're going to have to take it and dip it. So which kli would you know you gave it to Chris and not? You're going to have a siman. You're going to have to take a picture so you know which one is what. So it's either you do what I said to you, take the family on a trip, that's option one. Option 2, if you don't have the time, it's right before Pesach. The best thing is, give it to a goy b'matana as a gift. Ask him, you could borrow it, use it for Pesach. And once the whole thing is over, you got to make sure which kelim are the ones to give him b'matana. And you're going to have to dip it when you can. With this, I'm going to finish for tonight. I'm sure we covered everything. Baruch Hashem, I got a lot of questions, and I covered everything that I got, from broom to the house and everything. Remember, turn this whole holiday fun, happy, turn on music, get the husband to work with you together, make it special, make it excited. Don't turn this holiday to me'avdut leherut. Don't be a slave. Your freedom. We left Mitzrayim, we should be happy and proud. Dear ladies, I want to give you beracha. Shebe'ezrat Hashem, you should all have a wonderful Pesach. Shelachem be'ezrat Hashem Chag Kasher v'sameach. ושתזכו לברכה, ושתזכו לדברים טובים, בבריאות, בפרנסה, ונחת. May we should all celebrate Pesach in בית המקדש, במהרה בימינו, אמן, בעזרת השם. My mother-in-law, I know she's